On the DonutSMP, Minecraft's largest server, most players grind hours building massive farms to get as rich as possible. But I'm not most players, because today I'm going to lock myself in a 5x5 cube and try to get as rich as possible. Okay, so as you can see, I'm starting off with $0 and basically nothing to my name except for these few items which might help me progress in this challenge a bit more. The rules are simple. I can accept payments from other players, I can accept gifts from other players, and I can only sell one of these items in here to start the challenge. And now I'm gonna check which one is the most expensive and sell it. And turns out beds are the most expensive right now, going for 9k each, so I'm gonna sell for 8.8k and see how fast it sells. And there we go, someone already bought it, and now I'm thinking of starting like a small dye farm. And for this I need some dirt, a rose, never mind, those are out of my budget, I'm just gonna order them, along with like a stack of bone meal, which is luckily very cheap as well. And it's right inside of our budget. Let's create the order and wait for everything to be delivered. Both of our orders are complete, now I can start the farm and make some money. And as you can see, one rose bush gives us 2 red dye, which means from 1 stack of roses we get 2 stacks of red dye, which is pretty convenient. And now I'm gonna check the price, and that's not so great. Well shit, I think I can sell them in packs of 16 for a bit more money than normal. For like 2.5k, I think that gets us a bit more money. Let's see if that works. And all of the items are listed, now I just have to wait for them to sell and see if we make some profit. And people are actually buying it, so I still have some hope.
A few moments later.
And yeah, all of the dye has been sold and we made about 13k in profit, which is pretty good. Now I'm gonna order some more bone meal and repeat this process until we get to like 100k. So I've been gone for quite some while, let's open Donut and see if everything's sold. And yeah, everything's sold, now I'm just gonna keep doing this until we hit 100k. And there we go, I listed all the dye I could, now it's time to wait for them to sell. Okay, so all of the items have been sold and we made about 140k from that. That is pretty good, and now it's time to ditch this money making method and make a new one. Oh my god, it's so laggy. Okay, so I'm thinking of building a sweetberry farm, but it does require all of these items, which are kind of expensive. As you can see, they cost about 60k, which isn't too good, but I'm not too worried since I think it's gonna make it a lot of profit. So let's build it. How am I on 1000 ping right now? Oh my god, that's actually bad. Like, look at this, I can't even place redstone properly. Okay, but now it should work. Okay, so now all that's left to do is turn on the farm, keep holding left. Nope, not even. And there we go, we just ran out of bone meal and we got so many sweet berries from that. I'm gonna sell them in packs of 16 again for about 3k, which is the current lowest price. Okay, so now that I listed all the sweet berries I could, I'm gonna log off for the night and see how much money we make. Overnight we made about 54k in profit, which means we are just under 100k. But I still have to sell all of these sweet berries, which will give us a lot more profit than we currently have, so I'll see you then. All of the sweet berries have been sold and we are now at 158k, which means we made about... I don't know how much we made in profit, I didn't calculate. But anyway, for today I'm gonna try auction house flipping and see if we make any good deals. So I think I may have just found a new method, because 1 stack of furnaces goes for 4.5k, but a single furnace goes for 1.5k, so If I buy this stack of furnaces and sell each one individually, I can make a lot of profit. But I am gonna sell them for only 1k each, so we can get a clearer look over how much profit we actually made. After selling all of the furnaces, I ended up with 60k in profit, which is pretty good. Okay, so I was gone for quite some time, but that's not gonna stop me since I wanna make at least double my money today. And to start, I'm gonna sell all of the redstone components here since they go for a lot of money and I don't really need them anymore. And as you can see, redstone dust goes for 4.9k, so I'm gonna sell them for like 4.8k per piece. And hopefully that sells quite fast. And yeah, people bought them basically instantly, so this could definitely be a good money making method if I wasn't stuck inside of a cube.
Bruh.
Repeaters go almost for the same price, so I'm gonna sell them for 4.8k again. They should sell pretty fast as well, and I'm also gonna sell this block of dirt. And yeah, there we go. But dirt isn't really that expensive. I wonder why. So I'm just gonna sell it for 1k. Now with the money I made from all of this, I'm gonna try order flipping since I tried auction house flipping before. But order flipping should be a bit more profitable since items are often way cheaper in the... I can't talk, bro. Okay, you know what? Stone pickaxes are only 45 in orders. And on the auction house they go for like 14k. So if I order a bunch of them, I can make so much money from that. And although selling them all individually on the auction house will take some time, it's gonna pay off in the end. So as you can see, all of the stone pickaxes have been listed and people are actually buying them for this price. And you can also see that we've already doubled our money, but I think I can do a lot more than that. So I just realized I need food like really urgently, so if you're wondering where some of my money went, now you know. And now I just wanna keep doing this since it is a pretty good money making method. I might even say the new meta for beginners. And we're gonna spend 2.7k, that is pretty low. So I don't know why, but no pickaxes have been delivered yet and it's been like 10 minutes. So I'm gonna cancel the order and try again with a higher price. I'm gonna order 60 like last time. But I'm gonna order them for 60 as well. Maybe this works. And yeah, I don't know why, but now it's working. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it's kind of odd. And pickaxes have dropped massively in price. Never mind, but still they're only 10k. They used to be 14k. I'm not gonna complain since I got them for really cheap. So I'm gonna keep selling them. Also, I wanna point out that I lost all of my orders made before this video. So I have no idea what could have caused this, but Donut, please fix your server. Guys, this is actually crazy. We're about to hit 1 million from only selling stone pickaxes, and there we go. That's a pretty big milestone. Also, it seems like stone pickaxes are in quite a demand right now. Just look at the chat. Now all the pickaxes I ordered are listed, I just have to wait for them to sell. Now everything's sold. We made about 1 million from only selling stone pickaxes. That's actually insane. Although I would have wished I kept one since I want to get rid of this dispenser and bone blocks, so... Yeah, I know, that's kind of weird. I'm gonna sell this one for 10k, although technically it's only going for 1k, but I don't really give a shit. Dispensers are really cheap for 3k, so I'm gonna sell it for 2.9k. I'm also gonna sell this pickaxe again for 14k, which is how much I bought it for, so we don't lose any money. Okay, I may have just found the next money making method, because Respiration 3 is only 5k in orders, but 134k on the auction house. So I'm thinking of ordering a couple of those and see if that's actually profitable. I'm gonna order like 10 of them for 5.5k. I think that should work. And now we wait. Okay, never mind, I don't think that's filling up. You know what? Maybe levers are the new method, since the materials are really cheap to order, but levers go for 1.8k on the auction house. That's maybe not as profitable as the pickaxes, but I wanna try something new. So the materials got delivered really fast and I crafted them all into levers already. Now all that's left to do is sell them. And this is just not profitable. That's unfortunate. Luckily I'm not losing any money by selling all of these levers. Now, call me crazy, but I'm gonna buy this shulker for 50k because it has 24 boats inside, and I think I'm gonna be able to make a lot more money than I'm gonna buy it for. And would you look at that, boats are almost 10k. Yeah, all the boats have been sold. We made about 200k in profit from that. That's actually huge again. Shulkers are not really expensive, so I'm just gonna sell it into orders. But now it's time for a money making method that can make millions instead of just a couple 100k per hour. This might be a little bit more difficult than normal since, as you can see, I'm trapped inside of a cube. A stack of lime wool goes for 200k, and if I order all of the materials I need, I may be able to make a lot of profit from this. Yeah, lime dye is only 60 per piece, and wool is only 650 per piece. This might be crazy. We are spending 44.8k on the wool and 3.9k on the dye. So I am kind of an idiot, I accidentally cancelled the order, and I'm gonna order them for a bit more expensive than usual, so maybe it gets filled faster. Yeah, there we go. Now all that's left to do is turn this into lime wool, and luckily the price hasn't changed. So I'm gonna sell it for 199k. And let's see how fast it sells. Also, those two pieces of white wool I'm gonna sell for 10k each, because why not? In the meantime, I'm gonna keep selling stone pickaxes to create some side income. And you know what? Normal diamond swords are 46k on the auction house, but only 8.2k in orders, which would mean more than 25k in profit from each diamond sword. Nice. This is a little bit more expensive however, so I can't order as many as stone pickaxes. As you can see, I'm spending 83k here, which isn't too bad. And there we go, people are actually delivering them really fast. Now, although they've dropped to 30k, it's still around 20k in profit for each one I sell, so that's not too bad. Okay, I'm just gonna wait until all of this sells, then I'm gonna go back to selling all of these diamond swords I have left. Okay, so I left for like 30 minutes, let's see if we made some money. Now all that's left to do is sell all of these items, and let's see how much money we make in total. And these are all the items left to sell. They're gonna make us 100k, so the total money made comes down to 2.2 million, and considering all of this started from one bet, that's pretty impressive. But unfortunately, that's it for part 1, since I have a lot coming up in real life, so I will start working on part 2 eventually. But until then, if you enjoyed, subscribe, and I'll see you then.